What's going on? How in the world are you guys on here this fast? Can you guys hear me? Nice. Hey, Ned, how's it going? Missouri, what's going on, man? Striper Man, I see you're first. If he's still on. Figured I'd just start it early since you guys are on. And we'll get the festivities going at 6 when we've got a few more folks. Hopefully we'll have a few more folks on. Bro, what's up? Rob, Nate, how's it going, gentlemen? Thanks for joining. Yes, it is a clean shirt. Yeah. Figured I had to look my best if I'm going to be on here live. I mean, you got to look at my ugly mug. You might as well have a clean shirt on. Christian, what's going on, buddy? Bermuda Lawn, North Carolina, what's up? Thanks, Nate. Doesn't happen often, but I'll get sharp when I need to be sharp. There's Eric. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for joining. All right, I missed a couple of these comments. What was going on here? Oh, Missouri. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're working on our way to 1,000. We'll get there. Thanks, man. Thanks, Rob. Hey, Carlos, what's going on? So yeah, shocking thing happened. So I'm doing this whole live stream for 500, and then last night at some point in the middle of the night we got the 600. So it's my own fault. I went and I ordered a bunch of hats that I wanted to give away. It was specifically to do some of this type of stuff, and then the ones that I got in were they were not good. They just did not fit very well. What's up, Kenny? Thanks for joining, Kenny. So how's everybody doing out there? How's the weather in your part of the country? Ours is trash right now, and it's getting cold. But hey, could be worse. We could be in the middle of a hurricane. Always here for the party, Kenny. That's right. So the hat brand, here, let me grab it. Yeah, so the hat brand that didn't work out too well was, I mean, it looks great, right? It's all gray, but it was a Port Authority hat. It just doesn't fit right. I mean, it's got this Velcro, and it sits real high. So there was no way I was going to give this thing away to anybody. There's just no way. So the one that I got is an outdoor. The brand is Outdoor Cap. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's backwards on my screen. It's got a little bit of elasticity to it. Super, super comfortable. Fits nice and low. It's exactly what I needed. What's up, Francis? How's it going? Yeah, Christian hitting 80 degrees in in SoCal. That's right. Yeah, Bermuda. You're in North Carolina, so you're going to get the cold stuff that we've got going on right now. Same thing with you, Rob, in Maryland, if you're there, unless you're traveling. Oh, it's cold. You're up in Chicago. Yeah, no, for sure, Ned. You guys have probably got all the stuff that we just got. So you got the remnants, Carlos, you got the remnants in Atlanta of that hurricane? That thing moved fast, man. It was all over the place. Good deal. Good deal. So I'm not selling the hats just yet. I'm actually going to be putting up a store here in a little bit. The store that I had up didn't do hats. They just did. You can get some stuff on my site right now if you want, like a shirt, something pretty simple. But the hats were just kind of a tough one to get. So, but I'll get them up there and start selling here eventually. Oh yeah, let me do this real quick. There we go. So Eric, you're now a moderator, so you should be good to go there. Let me know if that's not working for you. So Nate, you went deer hunting, 28 degrees up in Washington. So you must have been up in the Cascades. And then Rob, you're getting frost. So yeah, we're supposed to get frost here on, I think it's Sunday. So yeah, it's getting cold for sure. But hey, at least now I don't have just Bermuda. My Bermuda is going to go dormant here pretty quick. But at least I've got some cold season lawns going on there. Yeah, the fescue. I'm actually going to do a video this weekend about the fescue. The fescue is looking really good. It's pretty thick. It's ready to get mowed. And then of course that perennial ryegrass, I'm loving it. I mean, I wish I could just do perennial ryegrass all the time. All right, let's see here. What else? Who else just joined? So Eric is prompting people to ask Dino about the Yankees. What about the Yankees, brother? So whenever somebody wants to mess with me about the Yankees, I just got to remind them of one thing, and that is the number 27. When you guys get 27 World Series, bring it. Until then. So actually, I should just put that on. I mean, you guys used to see me with this on all the time. Just leave that sucker on. There we go. All right. Hey, and the Red Sox, man, I'll tell you what, Left Tool, there's it's a love-hate thing with the Red Sox with me, man, because I love the rivalry, but I love to hate the Red Sox. Yeah, SoCal, you too, brother. Yeah, definitely favored better this year, no question. So Kenny, yeah, we lost a little bit of color, but it's weird. I think because I put down so much compost this year, all that dark, just because it's all that blackness is holding in a lot of heat, so it hasn't really. The Bermuda's still looking pretty good, but I think this weekend is going to do it. I mean, we're supposed to get down to the 30s. That soil temp's going to get down pretty low. Francis with the Cardinals, man. Hey, that's all right. Eric is actually a Cubbies fan, sadly for him. But hey, what a great team to win the World Series a few years ago. But, then they go back. That's right, Strepper Band, 27, number 27. You and me both. We are both the Yankees boys on here. Eric, I think Left Tool wants to wrestle you now. So in North Carolina, you're still pretty green? That's great, man. That's awesome. That's fantastic. So yeah, we'll do a little pay-per-view on the Left Tool versus Eric on the match there. That's right. Sure. Yeah, Strepper Man was first. These guys were early. I came on to just check and see what was going on, see if there was, make sure everything was working. And all of a sudden I see a bunch of messages. I was like, uh-oh, I better get on here real quick. So, but listen, man, thanks guys and gals. I don't know if there's any gals on here, but if there are, man, I really appreciate you guys getting on here and helping me celebrate a little bit of this 500 subs. I mean, it's been a long road. I know a lot of guys get there a lot faster. And it's just been, it was, for me, the YouTube thing was kind of an accidental thing for me. I didn't really intend to do it. But, it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy the creative aspects of it, and it's been really good. And I mean, the branding part is actually, that's the thing I like about these hats is I'm really enjoying the branding side of it. In fact, my buddy Eric, who's a moderator on here, he and I we go back since 6th grade, so he's like a brother to me. But he's been helping me out with some of that stuff, so that's actually been kind of fun. Let's see here. Well, so you gotta, Left Tool. I think you're gonna have to run that one by the missus to get that mullet back. But hey, man, you be you. That's all right, Kenny. I mean, it's a marathon. I figured out that YouTube is it's a marathon. It's definitely not a sprint. Thanks, Bermuda. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, 600 came kind of quick. So, Francis, you're getting close to 600. I saw that. Let me move this. Yeah, Missouri. That's true. Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it. You no, even when you win, you lose that argument. Don't do it. Yeah, for sure, Left Tool. That'll be fun. GIE was I was ready. I had my tickets. I was ready to go. I was hoping that we'd all get to hang out. And it just, this whole COVID thing. Yeah, we're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about voter registration because we get that all day long on IG, and we're not going to talk about COVID. So it's all good. What's up, Raul? Thanks for joining, man. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll start doing these drawings. Now, you don't have to be here in order to win, but I appreciate you guys joining. I haven't done one of these yet. I always see Rob doing it. He's the master at it. Rob from Turf Therapy, man, he is a master of doing the live stream. Yeah, he's just great at it, and it's great to get on there. But I figured I'd give it a shot, see what it was like. Got a little bit of a, I'm usually outside, and I'm sitting in my office right now. The lighting is kind of funky in here, but it's all good. Yeah, I've never been to GIE either. Said Bermuda. I thought it would be cool, and I've heard from Right Tool, actually. He and I were talking, and he was saying that it's not really meant for like the YouTuber, but it's kind of a cool place to go and see a lot of the new stuff. And if nothing else, just to get to hang out with a bunch of folks that we, from the community. So that's been pretty good. Yeah, next year will be good for Jay for sure. Hey, just got to go, Mo, from Prince George, Canada. So what is the temperature there, brother? Because it's getting a little chilly here. I'm guaranteeing that you're probably getting pretty cold up there. Oh, man. Missouri. Well, bring the hat next year. We'll all sign it then. It'll be good. Yeah, it is dark. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. We're Central Time, and we're right on the edge of the Central Time, which means that we get dark before everybody else. I kind of wish we were Eastern or something, but yeah, we get dark pretty early. In fact, I'm not looking forward to this weekend. This weekend when we give up or we gain an hour, right? Yeah, that's going to be weird. So you're snowing in Canada. Shocking. Very cool. Well, I used to live up in the Northwest. Yeah, so far I think it's so you're Prince George, Canada. Where is that? Just got to know what part of Canada are you? West side? Because SoCal Christian is in SoCal, so that may be the furthest. That's a good question, Eric. Who is the furthest? And then Philip, you're in Memphis, so you're not too far from me. So you're British Columbia. So you and SoCal are going to be competing there for who's the furthest. But we'll get out the map and measure it out later. I appreciate you being on here. Yeah, we've got a bunch of Aussies on here that are part of the community. I wonder if we're going to get anybody on here. Well, what's it, like 5 o'clock in the morning there? They may not be on there. So Raul, you're there with Christian from SoCal Lawns, and then of course you've got Nate up in Washington area. SoCal's cool with you being further just because he doesn't want the cold. Yeah, SoCal, thanks for your service, brother. I know you got a tough job out there, man. I appreciate everything you do to keep us safe. Same thing with Rob, man. I love talking about Rob because he's the guy that makes big things into little things. So, and he serves our country every day, so it's pretty cool. Appreciate both of you guys. Yeah, but Christian is a sissy when it comes to cold. That's right, Nate. Very cool. So who wants to win a hat? Should we start? I mean, it's 6:03, 7:03. Should we wait a minute? Need a little sip here. Yeah, Pacific Northwest is actually a pretty cool place. I lived there for a little over a year. Was up in Wenatchee, Washington, right in the middle of the state. For those of you that don't know, I don't know if you, for those of you that don't watch all my stuff, I don't always talk about everything that I do, but this is my seventh state that I lived in. So I've been all over the country. And then actually, this is my 18th home in 25 years of marriage. So I know houses, which is why I do real estate on the side. Yeah, he's a sissy, but that's okay. He's only a sissy when it comes to cold. And we can only call him a sissy because we're on a YouTube chat and he's not in front of us right now. Because, yeah, I wouldn't do that to Christian. Very cool. Oh boy, here we go. Eric's known me his entire life, and now he wants to answer questions about Dino because he pretty much knows everything about me. So let's. You're welcome to ask questions, and then I can dispute, and then I can literally knock Eric off if I want to. Meister, what's happening, brother? Thanks for joining. All right, well, why don't we just start with the first hat? I think I'm gonna. So, what do you guys think of the hats? I mean, these are super comfortable. I am really happy with these. What is Dino's favorite dessert? Eric doesn't know that answer. Actually, he may. He may. I make a pretty, yeah, there you go, Eric. I make a killer cheesecake. That is correct. That is the correct answer. I am, thanks, Nate. Appreciate that. Thanks. So, yeah, so I've got this hat, boat trucker hats, and then I really like this black one. So the black one's cool. It's all embroidered. It's hard to tell on the screen. I'm sure you guys aren't getting, I mean, I'm on Fiverr, so you can actually get on, you can see them up close, but this is as good as it's going to get. But they're actually embroidered hats. And then I also have this Adidas hat that I'm going to give away as well. And this one, let me tell you something. I love this hat because if you're a runner, and I used to be a runner, I'm too old to run now. But when I was a runner, that's the kind of hat that you wear. And so like outside, you barely know that it's on. And of course, since I'm bald, you got to watch that sun. So the hat was made by, I'll tell you exactly who made it. The company that I used is a company out of the Carolinas. Let me find them. It's caps2u.com, and they do a bunch of different things. They do all kinds of different different types of gear, but I use them for my hats, and they were great to work with. Everybody there was super helpful, even when the fiasco with the hat that I didn't love. It was my fault that I didn't ask for a sample, but they still gave me a good discount on the next batch, so that's why I will continue to work with them. What's up, Steve? Steve, you are the answering machine, brother. You, like, when people have questions, you're like a freaking encyclopedia. It's awesome. I love reading your stuff on Facebook. Yeah, Phil, I'm the same way, man. And even if somebody's chasing me, I'm going to turn and fight before I run too far. Like, they need to give up quickly, or I'm going to have to turn and fight because I'm not running very far. Yeah, Meister, shoot me a email. My email's on most of the descriptions of my videos. And if you want, I can give you the contact. The guy's name over there is Mike Oswald, and he was great to work with. So yeah, if you wanna hook up there, I'll be happy to. Strapper man, that's right. You don't run, you fly. That's what the cape's for. Yeah, no problem, Meister. I'll send it over to you. All right, guys, let's do the first hat. Let's do the gray and the white one. How's that? So in order for you to win, and I'll give you guys a minute if you want to. Oh, Francis, if you're on, I'm gonna wait a second. Francis, you need to get on and you need to go change the spelling of ratio, or else you're not gonna be able to win anything. So if you guys put a comment in to win a hat, remember it's the answer was ratio. It had to be somewhere in the comment. But if you spelled it wrong, the picker's not going to pick you. So I'll give you guys a minute to go out there and check your spelling. Most of you got it. I think Francis was one, and there was somebody else I remember seeing that did not spell it properly. So I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to go get that spelling right. Let's see here. What else is going on? Aren't we all, Steve? So raunchy. Well, I could do a drawing for raunchy, but yeah. And that's the thing is the funny part is that all the people that misspelled ratio misspelled it the same way, which I think is because of just the spell checker. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. So here's the thing I'm going to do. That's a good point, Kenny. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can actually use that random picker for the live chat, but I am going to give out an extra hat tonight just because I hit 600 last night. So I think that'll be a good thing. Oh, no. Sorry, Steve. Sorry to hear that. It happens. We're not going to talk about it. I'd like to continue this live chat as long as possible. Yeah, very good. All right, guys, I think we're going to do the first one. So first one's going to be the gray hat, and then it's a silver. It's all embroidered, super nice. Like I said, it's very, very comfortable. It's elastic, and then it's got the snapback. So super good, fun hat to have. So let's get started. Let's see who wins the first hat here. So the winner, can you guys see that? Tom Higby. I don't think Tom's on here right now. But I am going to make sure I get his information. So Tom Higby, his comment was, congrats on going over 500 subs. Your first video was on the Ratio 3 controller, and that is correct. Yeah, so let me tell you guys a little story about how that video came about. So last year, I actually had some pretty extensive Achilles surgery. I had I didn't rupture my Achilles, but I did have a bone spur that was lodged between my Achilles and my heel. So I basically had the exact same surgery that you would have for an Achilles rupture, which means I couldn't walk for months. And which means that I really couldn't keep an eye on my lawn. So my neighbor had a Ratio controller, and he kept talking it up. And I said, well, maybe I'll just order one. So I ordered one, and of course, I, being the stubborn person that I am, decided that I was going to run my scooter that I was using to get around. I was going to ride that up against the wall and try to install it myself. And I literally fell over, and I decided that was a bad idea. So my neighbor came over and helped me, and I decided to do a video about it because I thought it was a pretty cool piece of gear. And so I was just going to do it mostly because, and I'll be honest with you, my neighbors don't know how to take care of Bermuda. And if any of my neighbors on here, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. And so that's really the reason why I started my YouTube channel. Was I was trying to give them some hints, and then I started giving them some suggestions. And one thing led to the other, and then I just decided I really like doing YouTube videos, and so that's kind of where it's been. So it's been a journey. Couldn't mow for probably 4 or 5 months. My first videos, if you guys go back and look at them at all, my first videos actually had my wife and my daughter doing most of the mowing and taking care of things until I healed up enough to do it myself. And just so you guys hear it here live, my wife and my daughter are pretty spectacular. It's not just because they're in the other room listening to this either, but they are pretty amazing people. They're big supporters. My wife especially. She'll get out there and kill it. So, but yeah, it's here. Brooks all day. That's right. Brooks are great running shoes for sure. You know what? Speaking of shoes. Oh, darn, I put them away. So do you guys know Noble brand? So I just bought another pair of Nobles, and I use them to work out. They are awesome shoes. They're expensive. Don't get me wrong. They are not cheap, but they are awesome shoes. So if you guys ever want a good shoe, I've got one that I do workouts with, and I got another one that's a running brand, and they're fantastic. So definitely, if you want a good recommendation on shoes, get those. Let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Meister. Yeah, it's been a long road, man. That Achilles surgery was no joke. I've had a lot of surgery. I've had 3 shoulder surgeries, back surgery, and my Achilles. And without a doubt, the Achilles was the worst. It was the longest recovery. I still don't have full range of motion. I do have most of my strength back. I'm glad I did it because I was in a lot of pain before. But yeah, it's a tough one. So if you ever have to do it, do it. But just know it's going to be a while. It took me a year to where I could start working out like a normal person again. Yeah, pretty much they're all sitting in the other room going, why is Dad talking to the computer to himself? That's for sure. But they have gotten used to my shenanigans. In fact, my daughter's boyfriend just walked in and he looked over. He's like, who the heck is he talking to? Talking to a bunch of people on chat. Yeah. Let's see what else. Yes, Raul, until the lawn smells like burnt feet. That compost was hideous. Hideous. It was like absolutely the worst. It was terrible. Yeah. So my other video that I did for my City of Franklin compost, that's the way to go. You guys got to find, if you want good compost, you got to get out there, talk to your municipalities, figure out, talk to the guys and figure out how they make it. And then that's the stuff you got to go with, because this stuff, it's all yard waste. They don't do any food scraps. There's no flies. There's no smell. It's really, really good. Yes, Eric. Eric knows Nancy very well. And my wife, Nancy, is a saint. Yeah, that's right, Francis. Especially as I know you're a runner. You look like a runner. But yeah, when I was a runner years ago, it sucked to run right up until I got the right shoe. And it was I was like a Nike guy for years and years and years. And it never fit right. And it was because my feet weren't made for Nikes. They were made for something else. So absolutely true. All right, everybody. Hopefully you guys have fixed all your spellings. So how about another hat? Let's go with I'm gonna leave the black one for last. Let's go. No, I'm gonna do the black one. Let's do the black one. So it's all black, mesh back, white embroidered on the front. Love the hat. Let's see who's next here. This suspense is killing me. Winner is, can you see that? Dang. Z-Man. So his comment was Ratchet 3, damn sexy boots too. He's absolutely right. Those boots that I wore in that video, yeah, that was all about the boots. So anyway, Z-Man, you get the black hat. I'll have to get a hold of you. Congratulations. Thanks for the support. Thanks for getting on here. Yeah, they're yeah, I'm really bad about stuff like, wearing the proper shoes. Like I'm all about gloves and eye protection. I need to get better about that. If you guys aren't wearing the right PPE, you need to be wearing the right PPE. But yeah, the boots are a big thing because there is absorption there. So you want to make sure you're protected there. Yeah, thanks, Matt. That hat is. It was the lady that actually designed my logo for me. I didn't even ask her for that white logo, and she just put it together. She says, "Hey, you may want one like that." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe." And I decided to make the hat, and it was a great choice. Yes, Nathan. PPE is for sissies, like Connor Ward. What is it? And that was actually from what's the guy? Mike Rowe, Safety Third. I definitely want that sticker on my mower. Safety Third, baby. Very cool. So while we're waiting for the next one, any questions? Anybody got a question for me? Keep it clean. Yeah, Steve. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you you definitely have to have the right shoe if you're gonna walk that much. So what's for dinner? Kenny Cooper wants to know what's for dinner. Okay. Before I answer the question, and please don't judge me, but I have switched over to a plant-based diet for the last several weeks. Yes, I am vegan. However, huh? 32 days? Yeah, my daughter said 32 days. I'm doing it with her. So, yes, I am never going to be a vegan forever, but I'm doing it right now because it actually works for me. I've lost about 10 pounds. I feel really good. My workouts are pretty intense. Um, sorry, Kitty, man. Stick around, man. I'll go back to meat. I promise you, man. I'll do it for you. But yeah, the vegan thing actually works for me. Yeah. So, SoCal, that big renovation project, the thing I've learned about doing renovation projects for other folks is that they need to be committed to it because what happened was I started doing it and then they go off and do other things and then they go off and start trying to fix it themselves and don't call me and it's been a disaster. One of them was my sister-in-law and it actually looks really good, but it's been a year trying to get them right. And finally I just kind of gave them advice and said, here's what you got to do. They did it and it looks good, but I just never got it on film. So those renovations are gone. And then my other buddy that we did is Ratio, his is looking good, but he kept getting conflicting answers from his neighbor, which I won't even get into. But let's just say, they're kind of on their own right now. So hopefully I'll be able to go back and kind of revisit some of those, but I'll definitely film it, Christian. No, I'm not killing my Bermuda off, Nathan, because if I did, I'd go broke doing it. So the PRG is a test, and then if it's working out great, so next year I'm probably going to do that over the top. Raul, you're vegetarian, awesome, man. It works. I mean, it feels, I feel really good. Yes, Missouri, that is correct. The two people that actually interject that what they do or what they're about in life are vegans and CrossFitters. Like if you're a vegan, you're going to tell everybody about it, and if you're a CrossFitter, it's gonna be part of every conversation. There's no question about that. And Steve is on a monster and donut diet. That's an excellent diet for those 10,000 steps for sure. Yeah, Francis is surprised. I know. I don't look like a veggie guy, but it works. That's right. That's right, Christian. And the heat, dude. I'm from Miami. I know what heat is. You guys are dry heat. Yeah, when I was in South Florida. I was in South Florida a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't even that hot, and I thought I was gonna melt. All right, last hat. Let's do the Adidas hat. It's got the Adidas brand logo on the back there, and then my actual logo is on the side. Like I said, I like the trucker hats, but these are actually really, really super comfortable, and they're a great hat when you're working outside in the heat. So that's a perfect hat for you, Francis. So hopefully you changed your spelling and maybe you'll win this one. Let's see here. More suspense. Man, not anybody that was on here won a hat tonight. So it is Mike Howard. His comment was Ratchet 3, awesome milestone. Keep it coming. Thanks, Mike. So congratulations, Mike. You got the third one. So here's what I'm gonna do, I think. Write this down so I don't forget. I'm gonna keep punching this thing for a new winner until I get somebody that's on and they get the choice of what hat they want. Roberto Matos, are you on? I don't think you are. I don't think I saw your name on here. Eric, let me know if that person is on there. I don't think they were. Darn it. I'll keep hitting this while we can keep talking. What else is going on? Okay, so Bisbee, Francis, you know where Bisbee is? Oh, here we go. Here's the winner of the final hat. Missouri. Congratulations, man. So you get the choice. Which one do you want? You want the black? Do you want the white and gray, or do you want the Adidas hat? Yeah, shut the front door. That's right, Missouri. So which one you want, just let me know, and then we'll figure out how to get that one to you. Yeah. Meister is he's a little annoyed. So you want this one, the gray and the white, right? Missouri? Is that what I got? Or the Adidas one? Just let me know. We'll take care of you. I'll be in touch with you. Yeah, we'll figure out a way how to get these on, and then we'll get these. I mean, I've got a lot of people asking me if they want to buy it, so I'll figure out how to get it out in the store. I really bought them. I've got about 25 hats or so, and I bought them mostly for giveaways. But I mean, if people are interested, I guess I'll get them out on a store somewhere. Eric is my buddy. Eric is the one that's kind of helped me try to get all that stuff out there. So yeah, so that's the whole giveaway. If you guys got to go. I'll stick around a little bit more if you guys want to chat a little bit more. So Francis, you're going to be doing KBG in your lawn, or are you going to switch out? Are you going to get rid of your Bermuda, or are you going to try and mix those in? Yeah, man, go ahead, Meister. Shoot me a message, and we'll get that hooked up for you. Like I said, it's a really good company. Really happy with them. So yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys getting on here. It's been kind of a fun ride. It's not exactly. If you had asked me 2 years ago that I would be sitting here doing a live stream on YouTube because I've got a YouTube channel, I would have called you crazy. Yeah, no problem, Meister. So very, very cool. Yeah, gray with white. Gotcha, Missouri. I just saw your message. No worries. I got your address. No, I'll get that out to you. So Lawn Tism. I don't think I've seen your channel before. I have to check you out. Missouri won. Tom Higby, Z-Man, and Mike Howard. Those are all the winners tonight. But I appreciate you joining. Yeah, Christian, I'm sure. I've got a whole collection of different hats. And hey, man, when you're bald, you're not. I don't know if you're bald, but I'm bald. And then when you're bald, that's what you do. You wear hats. I want to live to be an old man, and not wearing hats is a dumb idea. So 80-20, you're going to do KBG, and then you're going to keep the Bermuda in. Yeah. Very cool. So 80% PRG. So are you going to smoke off the Bermuda? You know, and Francis, we got to get in touch with each other because I mean, I love the things that you do with the PRG and then the Bermuda. I want to know how you smoke all that stuff off. I've been trying to look at your videos and figure all that out, but not this year, but next year I'm definitely going to do PRG for the whole lot. I'm going to piss off my entire association, my homeowners association, because they don't like that sort of thing. But too bad. I want green grass. I love my Bermuda, don't get me wrong, but I want green grass all year. Got a little solar panel going there, Christian. That's right. Hey, no worries, just got to mow. Thanks for joining in and hanging out with everybody. That's right, Montism. That's exactly it. Like we need more hats. Yeah, I feel the same way about my HOA. Trust me, Nate. I like the purpose of the HOA. I do not like the execution of the HOA. When they start telling me that I have to get permission to make my grass perfect, that's when I have a problem. It's interesting. What's in the glass, Tito? Do you really want to know? Hey, Bill, what's up, Bill? Bill's my bud here in Franklin. Yeah. So what's in the glass? I'm not sure if you're allowed to do this on YouTube, but it's a little Michter's bourbon, small batch, one of my favorites. Oh yeah, no question. Yeah, when you start smoking off your grass, actually, there's a guy on there that actually he was telling me about burning his Bermuda in the spring right before it kicks in. He said it actually worked really, really well. But I can imagine what's going to happen if I light my dormant Bermuda on fire. I will probably get the cops called on me for sure. Not to mention, I've been known to have the fire department out in my house when I decide to flambe something in my kitchen. That's another story. Yeah, Bill, it's good stuff. If you're a bourbon guy, man, that Michter's is awesome. Honestly, my favorite right now, I just didn't want to open up a new bottle tonight, is if you guys are into bourbon, there's Jefferson is the brand, and then the actual bourbon that I like is the Ocean one. Super, super good. All right, Steve, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you joining. Have a good night. Get some rest. Oh boy. Yeah, Nate is hardcore about no HOA. I don't blame you. Yeah, that's the thing, Kenny. They're all about having a nice lawn. They didn't like some of the ways that I was promoting having the nice lawn, like doing flower beds and stuff like that, and not asking for permission to put down the border that I chose, and I was supposed to do all this submitting of ARC forms, and I was so pissed off. I was like, I'm not doing it. And also, I'm a realtor, and I sold a couple of houses in my neighborhood, and they basically told me that I couldn't put a for sale sign in the yard for the houses that I was selling, or my clients were going to get fined. And I said, fine, go ahead and fine them. I'll just keep my checkbook rolling because I'm not taking a sign out until we sell the house. And, it is what it is. So. Yeah, that's true, Bill. That's not a bad idea. Because you did the Fire Academy with me, didn't you? Thanks, Lontism. I really appreciate it. And thanks for following me on Instagram. Yeah, that's where I try and get, Instagram, I've been on Instagram for a long time, my personal stuff, and then I put my the lawn shark out there, and man, that thing grew really fast. I've only been on there for a couple months, and I'm almost up to 500 already there. I don't know that it'll get too much bigger because I'm not active enough, I don't think, but it's good to have a second group of people out there. Yeah, Justin's a good one to have around if we're going to do that control burn for sure. Okay. HFC and ammonium sulfate. Good to know. Yeah, Bill Coleman and I, who's on here right now, he and I did here in Franklin. Like I said, I love my city, man. The compost thing was great, but Bill and I did. They have a Citizens Fire Academy where you get to train with the fire department for 8 weeks, and it was a lot of fun. Like I've always respected the fire department and all the first responders, but when you do that work and you've got to lug that gear around and get in the firehouse and control a 4-inch hose and all this other stuff, it's a lot of freaking work. And I'm not a young man anymore, but that was like, you got to be in shape. There's a reason why those guys are just ripped, because they've got to work. But yeah, Bill and I got to do some cool stuff. Got to go up on the ladder. It was a great time. But anyway, we've been on for about 44 minutes. Really appreciate you guys, all the support you guys are doing. This has been fun. We'll do another live here in a little while. Maybe when we hit 1,000, if that happens at some point soon. But off season's coming, but I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I think I had just as many videos during the off season last year that I did during the season. I like to stay busy in my lawn. I can't stand being inside for too long because this is where I sit 8 to 10 hours a day. So it's good to get out. But anyway, appreciate you guys joining, and have a great night. And we will talk to you guys on the next one. Hey, and don't forget to hit that bell. I don't have a bell, but you know what I mean. Yeah, thanks, Nate. Thanks, Christian. Thanks, Bill. Lontism, you too. Take care, brother. Bro, appreciate it. Kenny, love doing business with you. Being on YouTube with you has been awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end it here. You guys have a great night, and we will see you soon. Hey, and Eric, thanks for moderating. You're the man.